morning, Becca here. I decided I needed to do something different today. I just needed to get out of the house. I needed to not sew. I needed to not write. I needed to read. I had told myself I was going to read an hour every day on top of, I read every night before I go to bed. But I already have not done that. Yesterday I was sewing all day and then I tried writing and it was just like 9 o'clock at night and I was done. So I read before I went to bed, but it was nowhere near an hour. I fell asleep probably after 10 minutes. So I need to read. I need to make this a priority, at least if it's just for today. So I need to get out of the house, away from distractions. And the best place I can think of to read is where I used to read 20-something years ago. It's in the LA downtown library. It is probably one of my most favorite places on the planet. It's beautiful. The architecture, everything about it is just, I don't even know, like 5-6 levels of books. I used to go there almost every day about 20-something years ago when I was writing a screenplay based on George Washington. And the reason why I did all my reading there was because they had copies of all of his journals, but you can't check them out because, for obvious reasons, there's not very many copies of them. So I had to read them all there at the library. And it was probably one of the most magical times of my life, going to that library almost every day and just reading. So that's where I'm going today. I'm going to relive some magic while I'm going to try and finish the awesome book that I'm reading right now, Oathbringer. I mean, I've been talking about this since NaNoWriMo, Oathbringer. I didn't get to read a drop of it during NaNoWriMo. And then when I finally was able to read it, I found out that there was a novella, which really, in Brandon Sanderson terms, is a novel. It's like 300-something pages. I had to read that before I read Oathbringer, and then I finally got to read Oathbringer, but it's been over a month and I haven't finished it yet, and that's just not right. I need to finish this thing. It's so good. It's so good so far. So I am going downtown to my favorite place to read, and I'm just going to spend the day there reading. I already feel calm. The bottom floor, the history floor. This is where I went almost every day. Here they are. These are his actual journals. I read all of them. They were amazing. I have to be really quiet in here. But I sat, not at this table, but tables like it, for many an hour. It's pretty amazing. A bit weird to read my Kindle in the library, so I went outside the library to read. It's a beautiful day, sun is out, everyone is super friendly, and I am ready to get reading. So glad I went. I had such a good time. It brought back so many memories of spending so much time there. I need to go more on adventures, that's what I've decided. And like I said, the downtown library is one of my absolute favorite places in LA. Floor after floor after floor of books. It's amazing. And seeing George Washington's old journals also brings me back. I mean, I went on a whole 2-year journey with that. I wrote 2 screenplays, which I did not like, and then finally I realized the true story I wanted to tell was Benedict Arnold's story, I wrote 2 different versions of that and I didn't like either. So eventually after 2 years I just decided, I don't write bioepics. That's just not me. I can appreciate them and love them, but I can't write them. So I am signing off today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.